Heavy rain lashed the streets, washing the last clinging leaves from the shivering trees. 19-year-old Sophia trudged along, soaked to the bone, tears mingling with the raindrops streaming down her face. Despair filled her heart. Her mother, Martha, was relentless in her demands for her daughter's future. Working as a nurse, all Sophia saw was routine, suffering, and colleagues who cared only about money. Her only hope was to find a job she loved, and most importantly, find personal happiness, which her mother was systematically destroying. The last bus had long gone, and Sophia descended into the gloomy subway. There, against the wall, shivering from the cold, stood a young man in worn clothes, holding out his hand. Homeless, the thought flashed through her mind. Raised in poverty herself, she felt a pang of sympathy. The young man's face seemed familiar, even pleasant, despite his dishevelled appearance. "Ben," Sophia blurted out. For a second, she thought it was her ex, the one she had loved and broken up with because of her mother's nagging. The young man looked up, but immediately averted his gaze. He's probably shy, she thought, trying to calm her pounding heart. Secretly, she had always hoped for a reunion, and here it was. "You've made a mistake, miss. I'm Leo. Dmitry." He barely managed turning away. Sophia was still looking at him. A wild, crazy thought flashed in her mind. What if she took him home, told her mother he was her fiancé, let her see who her daughter really wanted to be with, let her stop pushing her own candidates? The idea was insane, but on that dreadful day, Sophia was ready for anything. Buying some coffee and a pastry, she handed them to the young man. He thanked her sheepishly and began to eat greedily. "Leo, how did you end up here? Why, where's your home?" Sophia asked. The young man answered reluctantly, his words full of bitterness. A drinking mother, a cruel stepfather, kicked out of home, no ID. Sophia listened, her heart aching with pity. "Come with me," she blurted out suddenly. "I'll feed you dinner. You can wash up, get some sleep. There's just one condition. I'll tell my mother you're my fiancé. Otherwise she won't let you in. Please play along. It's very important. I need a way out of this cage they've built for me." Leo hesitated. "So you decided to bring a homeless guy home just to spite her," he said, a flicker of irony in his eyes. "Thank you. You have a kind heart. You know, I think I'll agree. I was freezing in the underpass." Sophia felt lighter. The world seemed to burst into bright colours. She lived by her feelings, didn't dream of wealth, believed in love and understanding. What if this was fate? She resolutely took the stunned young man by the hand and confidently strode towards the unknown before the eyes of astonished passers-by. Martha, as expected, greeted them without enthusiasm. With her weak heart and dreams of a rich son-in-law, she simply turned to stone when she saw the ragged man beside her daughter. "Mom, meet my fiancé, Leo. We'll be living here now," Sophia announced. Her mother's face contorted, but Sophia tried not to notice her silent indignation. "Don't forget you're a guest here," Martha hissed venomously. "My God, when will you stop picking up strays?" With a heavy sigh, she retreated to her room. Sophia fried some potatoes, and she and Leo had a hearty dinner. Sophia showed him where to sleep, making up a bed on a folding cot. Leo enjoyed a hot shower, a clean bed. He looked at Sophia with gratitude. "Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Good night, my fairy," he whispered. Before falling asleep, Leo quickly settled in. His kindness and willingness to help melted Sophia's heart. He fixed everything that needed a man's touch. Sophia rushed home, knowing Leo was waiting for her. A feeling between them flared up suddenly. One evening, while watching a TV show, Sophia was gripped by a cramp. Leo rushed to her, began gently massaging her leg. The pain subsided. He moved closer to her and kissed her passionately. "Leo, what are you doing?" "We were just pretending," Sophia whispered. "I thought it was just pretending too," Leo replied quietly, continuing to stroke her. "But I fell in love for real, Sophia. I want you so much. You're the best. Tell me if you don't want this and I'll leave." But it was too late. Sophia had already lost her head. They plunged into the depths of passion. They were absolutely happy, Oblivious to her mother's displeasure, Leo was madly in love. Sophia realized she had found her happiness. Oh, how wonderful it is with him. It's unbelievable, she thought. Her mother was unrelenting. Daughter, what are you doing? What future do you have with him? He's a tramp. He'll be gone in a week. Leo helped around the house, looked after her mother, but Martha hated him. A week passed, and Leo didn't leave. Martha went all in. While Sophia was at work, she told Leo viciously, Sophia has a fiancé. He's currently abroad on a trip. When he gets back, he'll finish both of you off. Get out if you want to live. Martha knew she was lying, but the desire to marry her daughter off to a rich man outweighed everything. Leo believed her. Pain and suffering were reflected in his eyes. He covered his face with his hands and cried softly. Could Sophia really have done that? She said she loved him. His body felt frozen. Barely moving his legs, he trudged away, nowhere in particular, without looking back. Sophia had to stay overnight at the hospital. Her mother didn't tell her anything about Leo leaving, glad that he would be far away somewhere. Leo wanted to wait for Sophia to talk, but pride took over. I'll leave. I won't torment myself or her. Who am I to them? Just a common homeless person, he thought, tearing himself apart with pain. When Sophia returned and couldn't find Leo, everything became clear. Mom! Why? You kicked him out! I love Leo! Where am I supposed to find him now? She screamed. Martha went into complete denial. I'm always to blame according to you. Your tramp left on his own. Just as you fell in love, you'll fall out of love. Sophia, crying, rushed to that very subway underpass where they had met. She looked for Leo, asked passers-by, but he was nowhere to be found. The young man seemed to have vanished into thin air. Sophia felt hurt. Why did he act like that? Why didn't he wait, didn't talk to her? He said he loved her, and then he left. Heavy rain was falling outside, but Sophia didn't notice it. She walked along, soaked to the bone, crying inconsolably. Maybe Mom's right. Maybe I'm hopeless. To hell with this love. Who needs it if it only brings tears? Sophia fell ill. She was in bed with a high fever for 3 weeks. In her delirium, she called out for Leo. She fell into a deep depression. Went to work like a robot, locked herself in her room at home and cried. She lost weight, ate poorly. A month later, she started feeling nauseous. As a medic, Sophia understood immediately she was pregnant. The situation seemed hopeless. The child's father, a vanished homeless person. Her mother, who barely tolerated her as it was, now upon learning about the pregnancy, would be even worse. Sophia didn't know how to live anymore. Every morning and evening she went to the underpass, hoping to see Leo. Once she even thought she recognized him from behind. Leo, I found you! But an unfamiliar man turned to her. In despair, Sophia decided on a terrible act. She saw no other way out. She went to the gynecologist. As she lay in the chair, ready for an abortion, a thought pierced her. What am I doing? I'll kill Leo's child. A piece of him. This baby will remind me of the person dearest to me. How will I live after this? In this child was meaning. Let her mother, let Leo, let the nasty colleagues. She would give birth to him and raise him herself, defying everything. Sophia sharply pushed away the stunned doctor. I'm sorry, I've changed my mind. The gynecologist sighed with relief. Thank God. Come back in a week to register for pregnancy care. Coming home after her shift, Sophia smelled fried fish. It immediately made her sick. Her worried mother, listening at the door, cried out, Daughter, are you unwell? Open the door. This isn't what I think it is it? Exhausted, Sophia came out into the hallway. Her mother stood waiting for an explanation. Yes, Mom, I'm pregnant with Leo's baby. And you kicked him out. Now your grandchild will never know who his father is. I hope you're happy. I'm not having an abortion. Crying, she ran into her room. Martha clutched her heart. What a fool! Played around with love and luck. She's repeating my fate. Now what? Are we going to breed poverty again? I barely raised her. From that day on, Sophia and her mother barely spoke. Sophia withdrew, cried at night, stroked her belly, and sang lullabies. It brought her some peace. Martha regretted 1,000 times that she had kicked Leo out. The young man wasn't bad at all. He loved Sophia. She was ashamed in front of the neighbours, who gossiped about the homeless fiancé and the illegitimate child. At work, Sophia was harassed. The older orderlies savoured the details of her life. Sophia was angry, but the only person who supported her was the gynecologist, Dr. Miller. He encouraged and comforted her. Sophia could cry her heart out in his office. He didn't scold her or lecture her. He would close the door, offer her tea with chocolate and say, "Sophia, your hormones are acting up right now. You're reacting very strongly. Try to detach yourself. Talk to your son. He hears and feels everything. When the baby is born, all your problems will seem so trivial. The situation is difficult, but know that if you have nowhere to go, call me. I'll drop everything and help." After every doctor's visit, Sophia wanted to live again. Another 2 months passed. She didn't forget Leo for a single day or night. She blamed herself for letting him leave. But soon something happened that turned her life upside down. That day, Sophia had a strange feeling from the morning. She kept mixing things up during her shift. When she arrived home, she saw a motorcade of limousines near the entrance. Her mother was also surprised. The doorbell rang. A respectable young man stood on the doorstep. "Good afternoon, Martha. Is Sophia home?" he asked with a smile. Martha, puzzled, let the guests in. When Sophia came out, the young man rushed towards her. "Hello, my love. Here I am, your Leo. Are you happy? I'm back." To his surprise, Sophia angrily pushed him away. "What is this, Leo? Why did you suddenly decide to come back? You gave up on me so easily, believing gossip. Where have you been all this time? What's with this limousine parade? Or was that the charade? Who are you anyway?" The young man looked crestfallen. He sat on the sofa, motioned for his entourage to leave the room, and began to tell his story. "Don't get upset, my dear. Please listen. You're right. I'm not a tramp. I'm the son of Millionaire Davies." And he told the story of his life, about his mother's death, his unbearable stepmother, his argument with his father, and how he ended up on the street, completely unprepared for life. Meeting you, Sophia, was the brightest episode in my life on the streets. When Martha kicked me out, I went out of town. From there, my father's motorcade picked me up. My dad got sick, was in the hospital. That viper didn't visit him, and my father remembered he had a son. We reconciled. Now I work in his company. I told my dad about you. He's not against it. So I came for you. Pack your things. Let's go to my place in the city. I'll introduce you to my father." Sophia sat stunned. "I'm not going anywhere, Leo," she finally said. "First, my mother is sick. I won't leave her. And second, I'm pregnant. How do you like that news?" Leo's face changed. "What? Pregnant? By whom?" Sophia couldn't take it anymore and slapped him. "By the fiancé I supposedly had. That's what you're implying. You believed I was loose? Go to hell then. Get out with your millions. I hate you." Crying, she ran into her room. An enraged Leo jumped up. "Oh, like that? Fine then. Goodbye." The entire entourage left. Martha clutched her heart. It was she, with her foolish words, who sowed doubt in Leo. Now she had ruined everything. 2 weeks passed. Sophia was completely disheartened. Cried day and night. Why did I act like that with him? He came back. He returned. And I slapped him across the face. Oh, I'm such a fool. It's all because of stupid pride. Martha thought for a long time how to fix things. She found out Mr. Davies' address and decided. She lied to Sophia, saying she was going to visit her aunt in a neighbouring town. The city overwhelmed her. She found the mansion with difficulty. It was getting dark outside, and she felt scared. She knocked on the gate. Dogs barked. A guard came out. Martha took a deep breath. I need to see Mr. Davies or his son Leo. I have an important matter for them. Tell them. I'm Martha, the mother of Sophia Nestorova, Leo's fiancée. I won't leave until they talk to me. The guard contacted the owner. He, sighing, agreed to receive her. Martha entered a luxurious study. An imposing man in glasses sat at the desk. "So, madam, what can I do for you?" he asked. Martha told the whole story, about Sophia and Leo meeting, about her lie, about her daughter's pregnancy. "We don't need anything from you," she said. "We will raise the child ourselves. But I just wanted to ask your son for forgiveness and explain that my words were a lie. I'm sorry that two loving hearts are estranged because of me. And it's a shame about the grandchild. It turns out he won't know his own father. Please tell this to Leo, and if possible, take me to the train station." The man took off his glasses. "Well, this is news. So I'm going to be a grandfather soon. Well, our Leo certainly gets around. Don't worry, I'll talk to my son. My driver will take you straight home now." Martha sighed with relief. "Thank you for not kicking me out, for listening and understanding. It's clear right away you're a calm and reasonable person." With a light heart she went home, knowing she had done everything she could. When Leo came home from work, his father was already waiting for him. "Leo, what's going on? It turns out my son is a scoundrel, and I know nothing about it," Mr. Arthur Davies began. Leo's mouth fell open in surprise. "What is it, Dad? What did I do? Everything's fine at the company." "What's going on, son?" "A woman came today crying, begging for your forgiveness. She said her daughter is pregnant with your child. How should I understand this? If that's true, why are you just staying quiet about it? Is that how a man acts?" Leo looked crestfallen. "I don't know what to do, Dad. Sophia, she's good, kind. I love her very much. She helped me back then, gave me shelter. Otherwise, I would have frozen in that underpass. But her mother is a real snake. She couldn't stand me from the start, and then she outright kicked me out. She said Sophia was with me just for fun, and that she already had a fiancé. So I got offended, and when last week I decided to come to Sophia to make up, instead of being happy, she just slapped me across the face. Well, was that normal? And for what? For asking a simple question, who she was pregnant by. Well, I had to be sure it was my child. You never know." His father shook his head. "Oh, Leo, you really messed up. First of all, how could you blindly believe gossip and not check it? You absolutely had to wait for Sophia and talk to her honestly. Secondly, well, think about it yourself. What would 99% of girls do if they found out you were a millionaire's son? They'd be all over you, just wanting to be near you. But yours slapped you and kicked you out. So what does that tell you? It tells you she doesn't care about your money or status. For her, the truth is more important, since she wasn't afraid to bring a homeless person home against her mother's will and to fall in love. That means it's real, understand? And you started doubting her." Leo was completely downcast. "You're right. How could I not have thought of that? I've tormented myself, eaten myself up inside. I love her so much, and I'm jealous, though I don't even know of whom. I feel so bad without her. You know, she's just my kindred spirit. Ever since I met Sophia, I don't even want to look at anyone else. And what do I do now, Dad? She's too proud. She probably won't forgive me." Mr. Arthur Davies laughed. "You fool! Her mother said your fiancé is crying her eyes out day and night, doesn't want to see anyone, washes herself with tears, and you say, she won't forgive me. Just talk to her heart to heart sincerely. Hug her. Ask her to marry you. No woman would refuse that. Otherwise, why would you think of keeping a grandfather from his grandchild?" Inspired, Leo bought a huge bouquet of red roses, a giant cake, and the eclairs Sophia had always dreamed of trying, and rushed to her. He timidly rang the doorbell. Sophia's mother came out. She looked very unwell. "Hello, Leo," she said, and suddenly started crying. "They took little Sophia to the hospital. They took her by ambulance half an hour ago. Her stomach started hurting badly, and bleeding began. Oh, what a tragedy! God forbid, a miscarriage. It's all because of stress." Leo turned pale. "Which hospital?" "Give me the address, quickly!" He rushed there at full speed. When he burst into the emergency room, the nurses were stunned. Mr. Davies' own son. Which room is Sophia Nestorova in? What's wrong with her? Where's her doctor? This is my fiancé. The staff ran around, fussed. A tired doctor came out to him. What are you causing here? This is a maternity hospital, not a marketplace. Nestorova is in room 5. To be honest, the situation is critical. Risk of termination, heavy bleeding. We're doing everything we can. Are you the father of the child? Can you donate blood? It would help her a lot right now, as the blood loss is significant. Leo nodded. Yes, anything. Just as long as Sophia and the baby are okay. I'll pay for the most expensive medications. Please let me see her for a second. It's important for me to tell her something. When she hears it, everything will be all right. I assure you. The doctor looked into the young man's eyes full of pain and despair and changed his mind. All right, just a couple of minutes. Leo quietly entered the room. Sophia lay pale as a sheet, seemed to barely be breathing. Medical staff bustled around her. The young man approached, knelt down and whispered, Hello, my love. Forgive me, you idiot. I love you so much, more than life itself. Don't say anything. Save your strength. And our baby. Let me put my hand on your belly. He gently placed his hand on her lower abdomen, gently stroked it and murmured, My little son. This is me, your daddy. Just take it easy in there. Your mum and I love you and are waiting for you. We need you right on time, strong and healthy. A nurse appeared in the doorway and motioned that it was time. Leo gently kissed Sophia and left. Something incredible was happening in Sophia's soul. Just an hour ago, she had simply wanted to die. But now, inside, everything was filled with warmth, happiness, and an incredible light. She so desperately wanted to live, to love Leo, to raise her little son. She finally closed her eyes and fell asleep, knowing for sure everything would be all right now. She wasn't alone. Leo was with her. Leo donated blood. He spent almost the entire night in the lobby, not closing his eyes, praying, Lord, take everything from me. Money, company, cars. Just let Sophia and the baby get better. Let me get sick instead, rather than something happening to them. After all, I love them so much. In the morning, the same doctor touched him on the shoulder. Leo, your fiancé is all right. The bleeding was stopped, the threat of miscarriage was averted, but she'll need to stay with us for another week or 2. Be careful in the future. Avoid stress. Take care of her. Women are vulnerable, especially in this condition. A happy Leo shook the doctor's hand. Thank you. Thank God everything worked out. If anything had happened to Sophia or the baby, I would never have forgiven myself. Can I see her now? The doctor answered strictly. Visiting hours are posted in the reception area. Do not break the rules. These rules are written for everyone. Leo organised everything. Sophia was moved to a private, comfortable room. She wasn't getting up yet, and Leo tried to spend every free minute with her. He massaged her, stroked her belly, showered her with fruit. Her mother also brought homemade borscht. Sophia couldn't get enough of it. Mom, Leo, you're going to overfeed me. I'll get chubby like Winnie the Pooh. After being discharged from the hospital, Leo, despite Sophia's protests, moved her to his mansion. He and his father took care of Martha's health. They arranged for her to go to a sanatorium for treatment. Martha was happy. She had never rested like this. The sanatorium was on the coast. The scenery was magnificent. The staff treated her like a queen. She walked around, took photos against the backdrop of mountains and the sea, sent pictures to her friends. They were burning with envy. Sophia went on maternity leave. She held a farewell lunch at work. Now no one mocked her. Everyone grovelled. Sophia felt great outside the city. Fresh air, walks, sound sleep. She rounded out, looked better. Her belly grew by the hour, not by the day. Leo fussed over her as if she were a crystal vase. He was so happy. Mr. Arthur Davies ordered new furniture, equipped a luxurious nursery. Martha fully recovered. During a checkup at the clinic, the doctors gasped, Martha, you look so well. You could get married now. What was the name of that sanatorium you said? I'll recommend it to all my patients. When Sophia went for her last ultrasound before giving birth, together with Leo, another shock awaited them. Dr. Miller smiled slyly. Sophia, I see your personal life has sorted itself out. Is this your husband? You look well. Sophia beamed. Yes, this is Leo, my baby's father. Everything is great, Dr. Miller continued. Then I have amazing news for you. Young man, you might want to sit down just in case. You're having twins, a boy and a girl. Congratulations. Sophia's mouth fell open. What? Twins? I've had ultrasounds 3 times during this pregnancy, and you didn't say anything. How could this be? Dr. Miller continued. Yes, I saw everything. I just decided not to scare you for the time being. Agree. If I had told you about it then, would you have agreed not to terminate the pregnancy? You were already scared and crying all the time. Leo practically jumped for joy. Wow, this is incredible. 2 children at once. That's great. We'll be done in one go. Right, Sophia? It won't be boring. A shocked Sophia replied. That's for sure. For everyone. And I was wondering why my little one was so active, and my belly was like 2 watermelons. It turns out there are 2 of them. Will I be able to give birth naturally, or will I need surgery? The gynecologist laughed. Just typical female fears. Of course, you'll give birth naturally. All your indicators are normal. Your pelvis is wide. You'll manage, don't worry. You'll just need to go to the maternity hospital a week earlier, because with twins, labour is often premature and rapid. Everyone at home was shocked. Martha secretly crossed herself. Thank God Sophia and Leo made up. I can't imagine how the 2 of us would have managed raising 2 children. Happy Sophia clung to Leo. See, when I first saw you in the underpass, I somehow immediately thought, this is my destiny, swear to God. And I wasn't wrong. Leo kissed Sophia. I've thought about that so many times too. Because if I hadn't had that fight with my father, and hadn't been wandering in the underpass back then, we probably would never have met. I don't regret meeting you for a single moment. My only regret is that I was such an idiot and made my little bunny worry so much. We almost lost our babies. Forgive me once again. Now I know for sure, no matter the circumstances, you should always sit down and talk. We have a lot to learn because our family has just begun, but we have a whole lifetime for that. Sophia barely made it through her pregnancy. By the end, she couldn't see anything past her nose because of her huge belly. When Sophia was taken to the maternity hospital, Leo was beside himself. Martha prayed nearby. Looking at his daughter-in-law's huge belly, Mr. Arthur Davies couldn't comprehend at all how a woman managed to give birth, let alone to 2 at once. Fortunately, everything went perfectly. Sophia insisted that only Dr. Miller deliver the babies. She trusted him 100%. When she, completely soaked and exhausted, was handed 2 squealing bundles, she even cried with happiness. Sophia felt like the happiest woman on the planet. Dr. Miller leaned towards her. And do you remember what I promised you? That when you become a mother, happiness will overflow you so much that all of the problems and difficulties will become so trivial and unimportant. So I was right. Sophia smiled blissfully. 200% right. Thank you, Dr. Miller, for everything. You're more than a doctor. You've become like a father to me during this time. My deepest gratitude to you. All the good people gathered for Lily and Sam's christening. Press, reporters. They invited Dr. Miller and all their acquaintances. It was a feast for the world to see. Everyone admired the little angels and wished the happy family happiness and well-being.